Hi, a quick little video there just to quickly explain the belt drive part. This is for viewer, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing your name right here, Johnny Deep. This is, again, the 1.9 pump deuce. It's a PD-130 from a 2006 Jetta, I think. Pretty sure it's 2006 Jetta. And yes, as for the injection... Oh, hello, Wolfie. Wolfie's coming over here. Mechanic cat. The injection pressure on the PD-130 is about 22,000 psi versus on the old 1.6, that's the IDI injectors. Those are, I believe, 1,600 to 2,000 psi maximum. Above that, I think you start damaging the injection pump rotor. Same with the 1.9 TDIs from, that would be like the ALH series, I believe. They still, you can run waste vegetable oil through those pretty much no problem in a warmer weather. If it's in the winter weathers or anything starting to get to about zero, I don't recommend anything above a 50-50 mix of diesel and waste vegetable oil. And that's just because it starts getting too thick and it doesn't atomize properly, unfortunately. I did try running waste motor oil mix through a 1.6 non-turbo. Don't even try it. After it was only 50 kilometers or something like that, maybe not even 50 kilometers, the injectors themselves actually coke up on the ends, so you get like carbon chunks building up, and that will just fall off and start damaging stuff, unfortunately. And you pull the injectors out, you got to clean everything. It's just no fun, so it's really not worth it. But right here, in terms of the belt drive, this is still all the original belt drive setup on the engine. The only thing I've done is I swapped the belt out from the original short belt that comes with this. You know, it just comes around the crank, blah, 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 up, down, and then back around. That's it. What I did do is I actually got a extended belt from... originally, I tried the one from our Dodge Caravan. Sorry, it's not a Caravan. It's a Dodge Journey. I believe it's a 2012 Dodge Journey, I think. I was lucky that it just happened to be the right length to fit, although it was a little bit too short, so I ended up going with a slightly longer belt. It was either slightly longer or slightly shorter. I can't quite remember. I just know I went over to Napa and we got another belt for it. But it's just running... there's a lot of stuff over here at the moment. It's just running straight from the same serpentine belt system, but it's extended out using... Over here, I've got two guide pulleys. This one technically doesn't really do anything. And it's just running over to the motor itself, which is now my generator head. The pulley, like I was mentioning in my comment, right here is the exact same pulley that is on here. I have another alternator that completely crapped out. This alternator is from the other 2006 BRM sitting in my yard at the moment. So this is the second alternator. The first alternator, I stripped it apart, pulled the entire pulley off it, and then welded it right there. So we're still getting the same ratio from crank to pulley, or crank to alternator, just running it over there. And I believe it's like a 4-to-1, or sorry, 1-to-4. Is it 1-to-3 or 1-to-4? I'd have to measure it, but yeah, I don't have measuring tape on me. And that's giving me at about 1,000 RPM. It's giving me full output that I need. In my case, it's when it first starts, I can see it run up to about almost 110 amps at, usually jumps straight to about 50 volts, even when my batteries are pretty low. I've got a 48 volt battery bank. Last night, I accidentally ran them down to about 42 volts. I was playing my video games a little too much and didn't realize it was 8 hours. But yeah, it just jumps right up to about 50 volts, and then after it starts climbing a bit, it'll drop down to anywhere from 80, lowest I've ever seen is about 68 amps. And that's still pushing 68 amps at anywhere up to 64 volts when I finally shut down the generator, so I'm not overcharging my batteries too much. But yeah, if you're trying to do something like that, as long as you've got a high enough ratio coming from your crank, you can run this at 1,000 RPM just fine. Anything below 1,000 RPM, at least on my setup here, it starts to get a little clunky. You'll hear it rattling a bit. That might also be because things are coming loose at the moment. I need to re-weld a few things. But yeah, 1,000 RPM, she's cooking along no problem. And in terms of fuel, I don't know if we'll be able to see. It's a little dark. Yeah, we're not gonna be able to see anything right now. Oh, hold on, work light. Oh, my nice mess in here of oil cleaning. Okay, we really probably can't see. I can sort of see. The other day I dumped in, it'd actually be that gray bucket. I was using that as my transfer bucket. I filled that to the top with waste engine oil that I had processed. So that's the same as this. How many liters is that? 18.9 liters, so nearly 20 liters or something like that in there. And that's run for the last, oh dear, those 2 hours plus 3 hours plus another 3 hours, I believe. I can't really do math, so it's what, about 8 hours, I think? 8 hours on 20 liters. And I've actually noticed that by going at 1,000 RPM versus my usual 1,200, it's definitely using less fuel, and I'm still getting a better charge. However, the one other thing to keep in mind, I overwatered my batteries a few days ago. It'll be about 2 or 3 months ago. I overwatered my batteries. I'm on lead acid over here. A very large bank of lead acids. This is 60 kilowatt hours worth. But being lead acid, you know, you cut that down to about half. Ugh. We're finally coming back down. Okay, I can't really see it through the camera, but we're finally at the right electrolyte level in there. I definitely way overfilled them, and it's been taking the last almost 3 months there to finally boil it back off. And we're now up to a good charge rate. Everything's holding. It's lasting a lot longer. So basically my batteries are back to normal, how they should be. Before that, I was definitely burning a bit more fuel than I should have. But yeah, if you're trying to do something like that, I'm pretty sure you'll be fine if you can get it right around 1,000 RPM on the engine to drive whatever your generator head will be. And that's still 5 kilowatts coming off the generator head at times at 1,000 RPM. So it makes plenty of power, even in the low end. You won't have any issues. Hopefully that helps you out a little bit. What are my kittens doing? Hi, Wolfie. Ooh, there goes Ash. That was Ash. Hello, Wolfie. Say hello. Yeah, meow. Meow, meow. Aww. Anyways, good luck there, Johnny Deep.